Israel is carrying out more raids as part of the military operation in the occupied West Bank. Israel launched this operation yesterday, they say, to root out militants who were planning attacks. Joining me now for the latest is senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata. Charlie, thanks for being here. What's the latest with ceasefire talks in the region?
Well, you mentioned Jake Sullivan there. He said that there has been progress. He used the terms that it's got down to the nitty-gritty. And I want to quote Deputy CIA Director David Cohen, saying really the ceasefire of the talks lies in the hands of Hamas leadership. That's important to note because Hamas has not directly been involved in these talks. That doesn't mean that they haven't been monitoring them. They've been using mediators. But that incursion into the West Bank, as is always the case anywhere in that region, is going to complicate the talks because, of course, they are related. They were going after Palestinian Islamists, terrorists. It's been called a counterterrorism operation. It's the largest one that they've seen there in almost 2 decades. So it is major and it is continuing. So, of course, that's going to cause a wrinkle. It also calls in question the stability of the whole region after the attacks that we saw from Hezbollah on Israel a few days ago. And now, what is Iran going to do?
What is Iran going to do? Let's talk about that. I mean, we have been talking really since that Hamas leader was killed in Tehran about a possible retaliatory attack by Iran or its proxies. What's the latest there?
Well, Lindsay, you know, this is a planning organization. That's what they tell us all the time here. And I can tell you what the U.S. military is planning. They've got 2 of their largest strike format groups in the world are both concentrated on that region now. You get the USS Roosevelt, which has extended its deployment. It's been out since January from San Diego. It's now going into its 9-month or will be going into its 9-month. The USS Abraham Lincoln has been brought in, so you have 2 strike carrier groups there. You also have maybe a dozen destroyers. You have the ships in the Med. You've got F-22s, F-35, F-18s. They're still prepped. They are locked and loaded. They are ready for whatever may happen. And that is where you start to look at, well, what are they planning for? So we don't know whether Iran had been in league with Hezbollah, whether they're satisfied with Hezbollah's attack, whether they want to launch their own attack. There's been some word out of Iran, not from here, out of Iran, that they would be looking for a more precise attack rather than the 300 or so missiles and drones that they sent back in April. But, as I said, as far as the U.S. military is concerned, they were forward postured, they're ready, and they're going to stay there until they feel more confident about Iran's retaliation or response, if there's anything at all.
Okay, Charlie, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.